Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Golden Man here with a review of Tyler the Creator's newest album, Flower Boy. I'll be fully honest, before this album came out, I'd never heard a Tyler the Creator album or even song before. However, his first single, Who Dat Boy, I was almost blown away by its out-of-left-fieldness. The fact that he was friends of Frank Ocean, whose album Blonde was one of my favorites of last year, was just a bonus. And it intrigued me enough to check out the album. What I found was a project lush with instrumentation, fantastic rapping. Now I can safely say I am in love with. It's a very inwardly focused album as Tyler reflects on the search for meaningful relationships and success as an artist, and See You Again is a prime example of this. He sings for an ideal lover, but knows that they only exist in his dreams and behind his eyelids. It really has some sweet sounding synths along with the beautiful chorus and strings from Caliuchis. That search for and lack of relationships creates songs such as Foreward and 911/Mr. Lonely, one of my favorite tracks in the album. On the former, contemplates the impact of his life and own existence if anyone would even really care if he dies, contrasting that scene with his wealth and mansion, which he owns, to a metronome-like beat and fittingly sparse guitar and synths. The latter track is similar, as he longs for someone, pleading in a very straightforward manner to call me some time, as he compares himself to 911, perhaps trying to express the severity of his loneliness and possibly even depression. What makes these messages really work is their sincerity and detail, bringing in both his feelings and aspects of his life, nothing really being overly dramatic or immature. 911/Mr. Lonely is also a prime example of the rich palette of synth, both towards the front and the back of the mix. Whether they're filling up the song or just sparse, they always work great with the beat. November showcases even more of the sparse keyboards as he longs for a better time in his life, which he refers to as November. One of the most emotionally hitting tracks. Even more impactful, however, is Garden Shed, which has Tyler finally coming out of the garden shed. I think we know what that means. It is such a sweet, slow build-up from the keyboard, guitar, backing vocals, and sparse beat until Tyler's verse finally breaks out, one of the highlights of the album for me. The album is able to balance these heavy and emotional tracks with the ones that are a bit more hard-hitting or fun. I Ain't Got Time is another one of my favorites, juxtaposed in the track list next to Boredom, which before I get to mention is a pretty fun, laid-back song, and 911/Mr. Lonely as he spits out straight fire about the people he doesn't have time for in his life, those only seek to leech off of his fame and success. I just love that he's able to say, I ain't got time, and better throw a watch at these boys, and is able to pull it off just perfectly. It's amazing. The fake horns, clapping, and sharp synths fit right in with this flow to easily make it one of the most jammable tracks in the album. Who Dat Boy, as I mentioned at the beginning, also has some solid, hard-hitting flows from Tyler and A$AP Rocky to go along with the goofy synths and throbbing bass to make it one of the most fun tracks in the album. These tracks, along with Where This Flower Blooms, a beautiful, bright track with piano and strings, and the always welcome presence of Frank Ocean, and Pothole, a steady track with rubbery synths, are examples of Tyler reconciling with his fame and journey to get there, which are lyrically pretty solid, but nothing super out of the ordinary. I do have a few complaints which mainly stem from 3 of the last 4 tracks, Dropping Seeds, Glitter, and Enjoy Right Now Today. First, I felt like Dropping Seeds was just a bit of an unnecessary track, which has some weird lines such as, I drop a seed in her panties if it smell like pansies, and no seeds in the bud, still don't trust bugs. It wasn't bad per se, but it wasn't really too hot on the synths along with the horns. Piano on the verse is welcome, but the track is almost too sweet and glittery. The chorus are Enjoy Right Now Today is also not necessarily bad, but its beat feels a bit too slow and mechanical initially. Once the soft snares are brought in, it improves a bit, but it still feels like a bit of a weird conclusion as a slow instrumental track. Despite a bit of an underwhelming ending, this ended up being a surprisingly great and mature summer album from Tyler the Creator. He's really able to channel his feelings, discomforts, and insecurities through both his lyrics and instrumentation, making a coherent 46-minute project. I love this album. It's certainly a great album. I recommend it to honestly anyone, and I'm going to give Flower Boy an 8.5 out of 10. If you like the review, thumbs up or thumbs down. If you didn't, comment, subscribe. Tell me how bad this was.